Who said all Nollywood actors and actresses' marriages ends in divorce? And who said Nollywood actresses do not stay in marriage? Oh my God! In today's video, I am going to be presenting to you the top 10 longest married Nollywood actors and actresses. In fact, these actors and actresses' marriages has stood the test of time, and it has proven to us that yes, it is possible. It is possible to have a long-lasting marriage in Nollywood. These actors and actresses, they have proven to us that yes, love still exists and good marriages still exist. Oh yes, marriage is indeed a beautiful thing when you get married to the right person, when you get married to the person that God has ordained you for. So all we have to pray is that we get married to our soulmate. Marriage is indeed a beautiful thing when you marry your soulmate, when you marry the person that God has ordained you for, when you marry your own. And in today's video, I am going to be walking you down the lane of these Nollywood actresses and actors whose marriages has wowed a lot of us on the internet.
In a world where the whispers dance, Victoria lights the way with elegance.
I am going to be presenting to you the top 10 longest married Nollywood actors and actresses. In fact, these actors and actresses' marriages has stood the test of time in an industry where divorce is just like water. Yes, these actors and actresses has proven to us that Nollywood marriages can also stand the test of time. Yes, they have proven to us that yes, true love really exists, and it is not all celebrities that ends up in divorce. Yes, let us proceed with the list. And the top one of my list is Chiwetalu Agu. Yes, Chiwetalu Agu has been married for many years. In fact, his marriage has overstood the test of time. He is one of the longest married Nollywood actor currently. Chiwetalu Agu is that actor that once he comes into screen, you cannot just help but to sit and watch to the end, because he has a way of introducing humor in everything he plays. Let us take a very good look at Chiwetalu Agu's documentary. Let us find out how long he has been married, what has sustained his home, and what has kept them going. And also let us also find out if there is a possible advice that he is going to be giving to newly wedded people and those in relationship. Look at this, everybody. Chiwetalu Agu, born in 1956, is a veteran Nigerian actor, comedian, and movie producer who won the 2012 Nollywood Award for the Best Actor. Chiwetalu Agu is happily married to his wife, Nkechi Agu, and together they have 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. He has been acting non-stop since 1981 and has won over 50 awards in his 38 years of being in the movie industry. Before Chiwetalu Agu got married to his wife, Nkechi, the comedian said in an interview that he faced a lot of challenges, but he is grateful to God for giving him the woman of his dreams. Chiwetalu Agu said in an interview with Vanguard, according to him, I met my wife Nkechi in Lagos. She hails from Mbise, Imo State. My kinsman Jeffrey Agu, a former police officer, when he saw my wife in one of the Pentecostal churches in Olodi, Akapa, where he had gone to worship. When he returned home, because he was living with me at that time, he told me that he had seen a wife for me. This was after I had rejected many women. I remember how each time I went to a man of God with names of women to ascertain if any one of them would be my wife, the answer had not always been favorable. But when I met my wife, I immediately fell in love with her. I brought her to my house in Idumota, and within 1 month, I got her pregnant. She was afraid that I would behave like some of the young men who would deny whenever they impregnate a woman. But the reverse was the case. When she told me that she was pregnant for me, I cuddled her, kissed her, and put her on my laps. I said to her, so from you, I will become a father. I would celebrate you. That was it. Today, God has blessed us with 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. My children too are very brilliant kids, so I am grateful to God. There was nothing like courtship because I married late. I had no time for courtship. I married late because I was busy taking care of my sick father. There was a woman my father wanted me to marry. She was the chief protocol officer at the old Anambra state. But because she was older than me, I told my father that there was no way I would marry a woman who was older and richer than me. It would mean enslaving myself forever. But my father insisted, believing that she would be of great help to me. Reluctantly, I visited the woman one day, and while I was in her house, there was power interruption, and she asked a man who was taller than me to go and change the power source to generator. The young man happened to be a son she had out of wedlock. However, after I made my intention known to her, she promised to think about it. While leaving her house, I made up my mind that I will never go there again. Today, God has compensated me, and I'm a father of 5 children. And when he was asked what has kept his marriage going for so many years, he said marriage is like a building being constructed. Every day you get to learn each other and you get to keep improving. That the reason why a lot of celebrities' marriages, a lot of actors and actresses' marriages crashes these days is because the foundation is not properly laid. According to him, any marriage that is not built on solid foundation is going to hit the rock. And he said the first advice he would give to every married couple is to always communicate. According to him, one should see marriage as a building under construction, open to add new things and learn each other. And many people, as soon as they encounter problem in their marriages, they begin to shake. When he was asked what advice will he give to people to sustain their home, he said number one is to communicate, because what has kept him and his partner going over the years is communication. You should always communicate with your partner, and also avoid introducing or bringing third parties into your home. That if you have problem within your marriage, you should resolve it. You should resolve it within each other. And people should learn to forgive themselves. Yes, because that most people these days barely forgive themselves, and that is why marriages crash. And also commitment and trust is also very essential in marriage. And the top 2 on the list is Olu Jacobs and Silva. Olu Jacobs and Silva's marriage has stood the test of time, and a lot of us are wondering how did they cope, how did they make it this far. Then again, we are going to be taking a very good look at Olu Jacobs and Silva history. Let us find out what has sustained their marriage and why they made it as the top 2 longest married celebrity couple. Let us find out if they have anything to say to us. Come with me, everybody. Come and look at this. Olu Jacobs and Silva, who are seen as iconic Nollywood couples, has recently celebrated their 35th year wedding anniversary. During this anniversary, Silva took to her verified Instagram account to celebrate their union, tagging her husband Olu that she nearly forgot it was their wedding anniversary. The highly respected and award-winning actress, who fondly calls her man Omoboy, shared a photo of herself and her husband, thanking God for the years she has spent with her sweetheart and wished the 2 of them many more years to come. Blessed with 2 male children, Olu Jacobs and Silva's marriage has stood the test of time, and they are a shining example for many in the institution of marriage. Olu Jacobs and Silva met in 1981, and it has been a journey full of good and inspiring stories. According to Olu, who is now gentled by age at 78, he said he met Joke during the pre-production of a stage play in Nigeria, a year after he arrived from England. He saw her and had a connection as he got attracted by her look instantly and declared his intention to marry her openly. Olu said that the moment he set his eyes on Joke, he knew she was his wife. He said, "We were having a management meeting for a play when a young lady walked in. Immediately she walked in, something inside me told me that she was going to be my wife, and I told the people around me that I was going to marry her." That was in 1981. In 1986, we got married. I was not in a relationship. I had a disappointment that kept me away, and I never wanted any serious commitment because the wound was still raw. But when I met her, We talked and played a lot. We traveled a lot together. When the time came, I did not hesitate. It was as if she was waiting for the question as well. I proposed to her in Tunisia because we were shooting a film Ashanti. She came to join me there on her way to England, and I asked her to marry me. So far, the journey has been incredible and extremely interesting for the both of us. Amid the storms and perceived roller coaster journey of their sweet matrimony, there were times when it almost hit a brick wall, Joke said. It happened a lot. I recalled a particular incident that happened when we just had our first baby. It turned out to be learning curve for me. Olu had just come back from set. Apparently, what happened was that he was still in that character that he had just played on set. So we were just talking and he just started shouting. And I was like, is it me you're talking to? Do you think I don't have a father? So I packed my clothes and I dumped it in my car, carried my baby, and I remembered our landlady lived at the back of our compound. So landlady came out and started shouting, Joke, where are you going to? I told her that I was going to my father's house. When I got home, the first person I saw was my mom, and she said, what are you doing here? I began ranting, and she said, you don't have a house or a room here. You better pack your things, you better pack your bags and go home. My father sort of understood where I was coming from. Funnily, my husband called and asked, when are you coming home? That was the first time, and I did it a couple of other times. Wow, as you can see, no marriage is perfect. It is all about learning to love each other and learning to forgive ourselves. Welcome back, everybody. I am sure you have seen that about Olu Jacobs and Silva, and I'm truly inspired just looking at that. This is to prove to us that yes, your marriage can last. You can still find that right person and you can still have a beautiful home. And the top 3 on my list goes to Sam Dede. Oh my God, Sam Dede is one actor that we have come to know since childhood. This actor and also a Uniport lecturer has been married to his wife. Despite how cute Sam Dede is and his fame and also acting skills, despite also being a public figure, being a lecturer, he has groomed his home and they have been able to sustain their home. Do you think that within this period they did not have issues? They did not have temptations. Sam Dede and his wife Tammy has been able to sustain their marriage for many years. We are going to be finding out in this video what has kept them going for many years. What has kept them married for this long? Come and look at this. Sam Dede is a Nigerian actor who is been married to his beautiful wife Tammy in 2002, and they have 4 children together. Although Sam Dede has not shared details on how he met his wife, but they have celebrated their 22 years wedding anniversary last year, and they are also celebrating 23rd year wedding anniversary this year. It is obvious that Sam Dede is a very private person, especially when it comes to his personal lives and details. Of course, pictures of his beautiful wife and him has been all over the internet, as they can be seen living a happy life, traveling around the world and raising their children together. Sam Dede's marriage looks obviously happy because they have been together for 23 years, and as you can see, they look very happy together. And again, Sam Dede has not provided enough details of his marriage. We do wish them the very best, and again, marriage is a beautiful thing when you are with the right partner. And the top 4 on the list is Omotola Jalade and Captain Ekeinde. This beautiful actress Omotola Jalade, she has been one of the most beautiful longest married Nollywood actress. I don't know how Omotola was able to do it despite her beauty. I know that a lot of people will be coming for her. There would have been so much distractions along her career path, but she has been able to groom her home, just like the Bible Bible says that a wise woman builds her home. Omotola has been able to groom her home, sustain her career, and still stayed on the spotlight. We don't know their journey so far, and we don't know what has kept them going. We are going to be finding out in Omotola and Captain Ekeinde documentary. Let us see what has kept them going and how long they have been married. Let us also find out if they have anything, any secrets to share with us. Come with me, everybody. Just look at this. During a recent interview, the Nigerian superstar actress Omotola Jalade-Ekeinde has shared the secret of the success of her marriage. Omotola, who has been married to Captain Matthew Ekeinde for 27 years, having been married at the age of 18, Omotola has become a role model which many entertainers could borrow a leaf for. She preaches tolerance, submission, understanding, adding that the greatest mistake a woman can do is to claim equality to her man. A woman must know her place and submit to her husband. The greatest mistake a woman can make is to want to stand shoulder to shoulder with her man. When you show submission, your man will respect and adore you. Omotola also gave a picture of the understanding that exists between her and her husband, which to many African couples and parents would have seemed inappropriate. I always tell people that women are stronger than men psychologically. Let me tell you something. My husband is actually the one who goes to the market. Omotola had also confessed that not many men would have been able to stand her personality, adding she probably wouldn't have married if she had not been so lucky to have someone like Captain Ekeinde. She said, "I don't think that there is a man that can handle me apart from my husband. Not because I am a bad person, it is because I have a very strong personality. I can understand why a lot of female artists find it very difficult to find the right person. When you achieve some kind of success, you become really confused as to who really loves you for who you are." When Omotola was asked if her husband have ever complained about her career, she replied, "No, never. When I met him, I was already an actress. I wasn't a big star then. If anything, he was the one even encouraging me. To be honest with you, he is my biggest movie fan. I don't even watch most of my own movies. He is the one who buys and watches them. There's no one movie of mine he has not bought or watched. He doesn't just watch them. He frames the posters. Most of the posters he framed them in wood and they're all over the house. The posters are framed into wood." Wow, as you can see, Omotola's marriage to Captain Ekeinde is a perfect example of strengthening each other, strengthening your partner's weakness and being the best for each other. Captain Ekeinde understands Omotola's career and all the temptations and all the disadvantages that comes with the career, and he stood in that gap by going to the market and strengthening the wife, whereby Omotola also understood the husband that the only thing he can give to the husband is by being submissive and not doing equality with him and being a submissive wife. And they have been able to build a very strong home and a successful home, which a lot of us on the internet today are celebrating. Nevertheless, I wish them the very best. Then the top 5 on the list is Omoni Oboli. Omoni Oboli has been married for 20 years, for more than 20 years now. Oh yes, she is married to Nnamdi Oboli. I don't know how this amazing couple has been able to sustain their marriage. They have proven to us that love is beautiful. When you go through their Instagram page, the man is still hurting, dancing. Omoni Oboli is dancing. This just makes you want to get married early. It's just that we can't measure life with the same measurements. Yes, this lady got married quite early and now she is enjoying the fruits of her labor. Her son has even gotten married. Now she is even a grandma, and the husband too is a grandfather. Oh yes, and then again they are having the best of their marriage. Despite their career, despite their fame and success, they have been able to build their home. I don't know why a lot of women, once they start getting a little money, they allow it to get into their head. No, money and everything should be just a tool to enhance and beautify whatever you have. These actresses I am listing here, they have the beauty, they have the fame, they have the resources, and yet they have been able to build their home. Do you think that during these marriages there was no issues? Do you think that they did not have misunderstanding? Just like Chiwetalu Agu said, that forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is essential in marriage. Communication is also essential. I believe that these are also some of the keys these people has maintained over the years, forgiving each other. But we are going to be finding out in Omoni Oboli's documentary how she and Nnamdi Oboli has been able to sustain their marriage.
Many people often say that, oh, once you go to school and you get married before you go into your passion, it might derail you. But you are a typical example of the opposite.
Yeah.
Why do you think your case is different?
I think I got married to my soulmate. I got married to someone who supports my dream with everything in him. So for him, it's not just my dream, it's our dream. So he's just like the wind beneath my wings. He pushes me. He makes me better even in my profession. So I think that's what makes the big difference, especially for women.
Yeah.
You know, if your spouse is not supportive, it holds you back.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to marry someone who sees you for who you are and who you become from the very beginning, so that as you go through life, because we change, right?
Yes.
So we change as you go through life. Whatever you're changing into, the person is there and is supporting the whole journey.
During an interview with Paul's Fun Facts, Omoni Oboli opens up about her marriage. According to her, she said, "I have never thought of leaving after getting married to my lovely husband, Nnamdi Oboli, on October 28, 2000. When she was asked if she has ever considered walking away from her marriage, Omoni Oboli responded with conviction, "No, I have never." She went further to acknowledge she and her husband had a lot of quarrels and misunderstanding during their first year of marriage. According to her, like every other couple, they had faced their challenges, particularly in the early days of their marriage. She said, "I have had moments where I was like, why did I get married so early? But never I am done, ever," she clarified. Omoni Oboli also attributed their initial marital conflicts to the fact that they didn't date before getting married. According to her, when we first got married, we quarreled every single day. We quarreled a lot. We quarreled so much. She recalled, "It's because we didn't date." That's what people don't realize. We didn't date. So the first month, we were really just getting to know each other well, she said. Nnamdi Oboli, her husband, also went further to offer advice to young couples, saying, "Marriage is a responsibility. You don't go into marriage expecting it to happen to you. You are not a third party in your marriage. You are the relationship. And it is between two people. You have to make it work." As you can see, Omoni Oboli and her husband had their own share of the quarrels that happens in marriages, but the both of them were determined to make it work, and today they are 25 years in marriage. That is a long time. Wow. Welcome back. Wow, that was beautiful. That was just beautiful to watch. Omoni Oboli and Nnamdi Oboli. It is just amazing. Their energy is captivating. It is wow. Then again, you made it to the very end of this video, and I want to appreciate you for stopping by and making it to the end of this video. Please consider to like and also consider to subscribe so that YouTube can also recommend this video to many people. Please be part of our family by subscribing to my channel. And then again, I also want to let you know that in this channel we do a lot of entertainment. Of course, I have a lot of fictional stories which I just introduced. This is to suit my foreign audience, to suit those people who are not interested in some of our Nollywood and actors updates, but they are just interested in something story like. So if you're a book lover, or if you are a lover of fictional romantic stories, do well to check out my playlist on book lovers short story. And also you can check out my latest release video, which I called Love Across Borders. This story is based on true life story. It has a lot of episodes, so I would like you to follow up the episode so that you don't miss. Trust me, you're going to to enjoy this story. It is very interesting to watch. Please do well to check it out. And thank you very much once more for watching my video. I am Victoria Vic, and I'm going to see you next in my next episode.